Hey, good morning, everyone. Hope you're all doing well. Let's see if this works today. Yesterday, the stream cut out twice. I tried to restart it twice, just got nuked. I don't really know what's happening there, but let's hope that we've revived it for today and we can get things going because it is Wednesday. It's Wednesday, August. I was going to say April. Or not even August. Not April or August. What's with the A's? October 9th. So we're coming into the beginning of October here. And what is going on? So right now we do have a lot of Fed speakers that are coming out, right? Yesterday we had a lot of Fed well, maybe not a lot, but yesterday we did have Fed speakers that came out in the afternoon. We saw Bostic spoke. Bostic created some downside momentum in these markets before we started to see that continued rally into the close. So the markets did end up closing a decent bit higher. And the question is that expected to continue the momentum today? So we have a bunch of Fed speakers that are coming on in the earlier session here in the morning, but we'll talk about that in a bit, and the FOMC. But the first thing, right, Hurricane Milton, right? So I hope everyone in Florida, those regions, are doing what they must do, right? Stay safe. It seems very drastic realistically, and there could be a lot of damage, so I hope everyone's good in that region. I understand there's probably going to be a lot of absence. There's going to be a lot of disruptions based on this hurricane, and hopefully everything is good. They're ranking it, right, in terms of strength as a Cat 5, right, in the forecast among the most destructive to hit the Gulf Coast of Florida, and more than 1 million people have been ordered to evacuate, while companies across sectors are pausing operations naturally. So the storm is projected to make landfall in densely populated Tampa Bay area on Wednesday night, and will likely weaken to a Cat 3 hurricane by then, but it's still expected to cause some major destruction. So around 2.8% of the U.S. GDP is in the direct path of Milton. Ryan Sweet, chief economist at Oxford Economics, wrote on Tuesday, AccuWeather warned the economic losses of the storm could exceed $200 billion, which is very drastic. We also have air travel disruption naturally. Orlando International and Tampa International airports have suspended operations with over 1,000 flights canceled as of today. That's a very, very large number. Delta Airlines, American Airlines, Southwest Airlines, and United Airlines issued waivers for customers who booked flights into or out of Florida airports that ceased operations. Many airlines also added flights to help people evacuate from Florida, and there might have been some allegations of price gouging. So airlines insist that they've capped fares, so we'll see. So Kinder Morgan also shut down its Tampa area terminals and pipelines. Several fuel terminals in the area have shut off supply at gas stations, have run out of fuel as people evacuate in droves. And Disney also announced that theme parks are closed starting Wednesday today, with its earnings expected to be impacted about and up to $200 million. So Universal Orlando Resort and SeaWorld Orlando will also be closed, while cruise operators, Royal Caribbean and Carnival, adjusted certain schedules. Retailers such as Target and Kohl's temporarily closed in the storm's path. So a lot of things, right, shaking up here. So I really hope everyone out in Florida is taking precaution, is safe. I hope everything is all good and this thing just dissipates and goes away and everything is settled from there. So it's a big, big thing about the hit this week. Just thought we'd talk about it a little more. And the other part of the news that's expected to hit the markets today pretty drastically is the Fed. The Fed speakers, ever since they reopened the blackout, they took down the blackout period, right, where no Fed speakers were talking into the FOMC meeting minutes, which was last month. Ever since, it seems like these guys can't get enough of the microphone. So Fed's Bostic spoke today pre-market about an hour ago. Right now, in about 10 minutes, Fed's Logan is going to speak. At 10:30 a.m. Eastern, Fed's Goolsby. 12:15 Eastern today, Fed's Barkin. 12:30, Fed's Jefferson. And then we have the FOMC meeting minutes at 2 p.m. Eastern time today. So literally from start to close, it looks like there's going to be a lot of movement that's just going to be based on Fed battle and the Fed speakers and overall Fed-related movements. So Japan is up just shy of a percentage point this morning. Hong Kong is down 1.4. China is down 6.5%. Right? All this talk about China stimulus, this thing got hammered back down. So like I said earlier, China stimulus, yes, great, but we need to see some kind of factual information that presents that this is indeed real and it's not one of those phony kind of little pumps before markets start selling off again. In Europe, midday, we have London up 0.3, Paris up 0.3, Frankfurt up 0.3. Nasdaq and the S&P are fairly flat right now from yesterday's close. They're close to the overnight highs right now. I think the S&P has actually broken through the overnight highs, while the Nasdaq is either very, very close or right at them. So still upside momentum. Yesterday we had a continuation of the upside, like I said, in the breakdown of yesterday's whole plan and idea. I was kind of waiting to see, but generally we should have been bullish based on the acceptance back within value. And today, again, depending on how these markets open, there is a little more of a bullish lean. However, on the S&P 500, I would want to see a large expansion above 5,800 for that bullishness to maintain. You either hold that mid 80 on the SPOOs, and the best case scenario is that we get the expansion through that 5,800 very aggressively. I'm talking 10 plus points, and then we can confirm that we can just continuously buy this as next target seems to be all-time highs. You start failing the 5,800 aggressively. This goes both ways. It's a pivot point. You start failing 5,800 aggressively, right? You open up the downside and things start shaking up. Right now, we just cannot escape this balance for anything it seems in the market. Markets just consistently continue to hold this little balance, and that's where we're trading. So just one single area I care about today, yet again, on the S&P 5,800, boom or bust. And under 57, 83, 85 area, I think that the sell side takes over and we just hold back into that balance. So going into this, I'm not going to get super aggressive in this market. I'm not going to try to overstretch anything, especially off the open, especially around the idea that we have just a plethora of Fed talk, speeches, meeting minutes, all this stuff throughout the entirety of the day. It might be one of those tougher days to trade. So I'm warning you right now, don't get your ass handed to you, and don't wake up at the end of the day saying, oh my God, what the hell just happened? Just keep it light, keep it small, and just be very understanding of the Fed speakers and their ability to move and shake things around. So with that being said, I hope everyone has an amazing trading day. I'll see you guys in our trading room. Check out TRADEPROacademy.com. Check out community.tradeproacademy.com for our open Discord.